Welcome to the Alta Survival and Preparedness channel. Today we're here to elevate your on-person EDC. In the last video, I showed you my everyday carry tools, and I mentioned that I would do a second EDC video to show you a version B, if you will, of my most common on-person carry. Again, my goal here is to share with you some of the tools that I carry, and hopefully you'll benefit in some way. Like I said before, in the next few videos, I'm going to cover EDC levels 2, 3, and 4, which are how to carry additional EDC pocket tools, basic survival EDC tools, and urban survival EDC tools. These additional options allow me to have other tools available when needed without overloading my pockets. All right, let's start off with the CCW. This is the P365X macro comp with the Romeo Zero Elite. This is unloaded. Since a lot of platforms don't like talking about this, I'm going to just speed through this. But this is one of those guns that SIG designed around the magazine. It holds 17+1. The X macro has a compensator and essentially a full-size magazine that fits into this carry weapon. With this integrated compensator, it is more shootable. It reduces muzzle flip and makes follow-up shots faster and more accurate. So I like the 1-inch slim design on these, and I've definitely enjoyed the upgrade. A couple of the things about this is it does have an interchangeable back strap so that you can fit your hand with a small, medium, or large option. This has a 3.1-inch barrel, and this one has the Streamlight TLR 7A light. And in my opinion, I think it's more comfortable to carry this than any other 17-round CCW on the market. And this holster is a Muddy River Tactical. I won't go into a long story, but I struggled to find a holster that I liked. For one, a holster that I liked, and two, a holster for the X macro with a weapon light. And Muddy River Tactical has a slew of them. So if you're looking for one of those tough combinations, with weapon lights, look up Muddy River Tactical. I'll put a link in the description. I don't have any affiliation with them, but they were really good to answer questions. They got back to me quickly, and I've been really happy with this carry holster. So overall, this is called their light bearing holster. It's a inside the waistband Kydex. They really have dozens of weapon model and light combinations on their website. So it has an adjustable retention. I believe you can also adjust the cant on it. Muddy River Tactical. If any of you happen to miss the last video, this is my second or back-to-back EDC videos that I promised to do, just to show a back-to-back variation of what my EDC is. So the leather wallet, obviously, my keys. So I've got a Prybar on here. I think this was an Amazon purchase. It's got some wrench fittings there, a belt cutter, and a bottle opener. There's a little screwdriver here with a screw off cap, just a little one size Phillips and flathead. This is kind of a jewel. This is the SOG key knife pocket knife. You can tell it's pretty well worn. I've worn the finish off of it, which I don't mind because it still looks like a key. So this has a nice little blade on it. It's got a lock back with the, you got a push button release here. I'll go through the features of this. It's a stainless steel handle. It has a drop point blade. It's 5 CR13 MOV steel. The overall length is 4 inches. The product weight is 0.7 ounces. It has a 1.5 inch blade. Let me give you my highlighter, what I like most about this item. This has always made it through the airport. I'm not worried if one time it doesn't. It's a $10 blade, but I travel a lot and it's frustrating to me to not ever have a pair of scissors or a knife on me. I do try to carry something like that in a checked bag, but I don't always check my bags, and so sometimes I'm without any sharp edge to open anything, to trim anything. I've really liked being able to have this on my keychain because it's always with me. So that is the SOG key knife blade. And in the last video, I mentioned that I would talk more about that this time. So there's my keys. One of my other common carry folders is this Hogue Sig Sauer collaboration. This is the Sig Sauer, or the Hogue Sig Sauer EX A05. It's a spear point automatic blade in gray. It's got a 3.5 inch blade with the spear point, an anodized aluminum handle. It's got a Sig Sauer logo on the inlay. I'll put a link in the description for this as well. This has a deep carry pocket clip. This is made of CPM 154 steel. It's extremely sharp. It's got a durable cutting edge. I like the design of this blade for the same reason I like the TKL Striker. It's the aesthetics of this spear point blade. This does have a sliding manual safety that you can engage. It's made of aircraft aluminum with G10 inserts. And the blade is 3.5 inches. The overall length is 8 1/8 inch. And this is a good everyday carry. It's good for tactical use. I got one of these that was not an automatic, and I got that one at Smoky Mountain Knife Works in Sevierville, Tennessee. But this one, this auto opener, I got at Blade HQ. So I'll leave a link for both of those. In fact, you know, there is another version of this XA05, and it's not a collaboration between Hogue and Sig. It's just Hogue's XA05, and it's quite a bit cheaper. Blade HQ carries that one as well, so I'm going to leave a link to that one also. I am a fan of SIGs, and I do love the fact that this matches several of my weapons, but there is another version of this that some of you might be interested in. This flashlight is another Olight Arcfeld. This has a white light and a UV light. This one is in black. Has a lot of the same features. The the battery status light there. It's got the traditional white LED with 5 brightnesses, up to 1,000 lumens. It has a UV light. This UV light allows you to see things that are otherwise invisible to the naked eye. That could be from checking counterfeit money or inspecting to make sure that your hotel room is actually clean. But this is an ultra thin flat body. It weighs 3.07 ounces. It's just over a 1/2 inch thick. It has the deep carry pocket clip as well as the reverse clip. I don't know what you call that. It's a two-way pocket clip, but allows you to attach it to a hat or something to use as a headlamp. And this has the magnetic base as well, so you can attach it to a metal surface. And this version comes in black, green, and orange. Another one of my fixed blade everyday carries is the Montana Knife Company Blackfoot 2.0. This is a MagnaCut steel with, this has G10 scales in tan and black. MagnaCut is a cryogenically heat treated stainless steel. It's beautiful, holds a great finish. It's corrosion resistant. Unlike other stainless steel blades, MagnaCut can be easily resharpened. This is a drop point blade, and the blade shape is the key to its versatility. It has a tip for easily caping out an animal or doing other fine work, and enough belly for skinning and deboning. This is a good do-it-all knife. It's got a 3.5 inch blade. It's 7 3/4 inches overall. So the Blackfoot can go anywhere. The tang is skeletonized to shed some unnecessary weight, bringing the total weight to 3.6 ounces. It's got the G10 handle scales. G10 is famous for being strong, durable, and lightweight, and they're attached with titanium screws and high-strength epoxy. The Blackfoot comes with a Kydex sheath. It allows you to carry it on your belt loop. Nice positive click. The belt loop can be adjusted so you can carry either horizontally or vertically. And one thing about Montana Knife Company is they will clean, sharpen, repair your knife if it's ever necessary. But you send it back and they'll recondition it and send it back to you. So MKC. So another one of my everyday watches is this Luminox quartz watch. I think it's called the Sea Turtle Giant. It's got the same shape as the other Navy SEAL design watches. This is the 0320 series with the rubber strap. These are also, let me hold it still for you. These are Swiss made. This is a 45 millimeter case, 200 meter water resistant. This also has the rotating bezel. It has tritium on the hands and numbers, so you've got the constant glow. It is nice to be able to have that at a glance, whether you're looking at for a time during the night or in the water. You can easily see the time. The constant glow lasts for up to 25 years. And like I mentioned before, I've got an all stainless steel version that is approaching that 25 years that still has a glow, even though it's faded. It still is glowing. So that's the Luminox. Another set of AirPods I use are Apple AirPods. Don't need to say a whole lot about that. The other utility tool that I mentioned that I carry is this Gerber Prybar utility clip in tactical gray. It also has 8 tools. It has a pry-bar. It has a nail puller, a wire stripper, which is in the pry-bar or in the nail puller. It has a small and medium flathead driver. It's got the standard size utility blade. This is labeled as a cord cutter or a cord cutting notch. It's got a bottle opener. This does have a nice grip on it. It's very useful. It's a little bit bigger than the Prybar X, and you do feel it in your pocket, but it can easily just drop down in your pocket. And I would rather have this in my pocket than not have one, because it does help. It keeps me from using my folders, opening packages and things like that. So those will definitely last longer. So it's a handy tool. Another multi-tool that I carry on me is this Gerber Scout. The color is onyx black. This has a 2.5 inch plain edge blade with a frame lock. Pocket clip, a saw, actually a can opener and a bottle opener, a pair of scissors. The can opener is also labeled as a package opener, which I hadn't thought about that, but that's definitely a good use for it as well. And then there's a hammer on the end, and there's your bottle opener inside the hammer. I have used the hammer. It's nice to have something to beat on something with without damaging another tool that wasn't meant to be a hammer. So overall, this is 2.5 inches long. It is 3.1 ounces, and with the blade open, the total length is 6.5 inches. So that's the Gerber Armbar Scout. The only other thing is my phone, which I'm actually filming with. So there's my phone case. For everyone's benefit, please share your favorite on-person combination in the comments. If you got something from this video, please subscribe to the channel so you get a notification for upcoming videos. Also, remember to comment #Alta Survival Giveaway, and check out altasurvival.com for more information on our current giveaway. You can also find our content on Instagram @AltaSurvival. Be vigilant and stay ready. And click here to check out other videos from Alta Survival and Preparedness.